When you need to define a vertical curve through an intersection, ASC handles that very easily. However, it's important as a designer or engineer to remember a key element in defining vertical curves, and that is that you can only have one grade break within the limits of a vertical curve, and that's the grade break used to define the PVI of the curve itself. Now, for example, this intersection, as you can see here, defined with 4 design markers representing each curb return point. We'll put a vertical curve here of 100 feet, and we'll use this design marker as the PVI and the grade break. Now, if I were to go to alignment features and display my grade breaks on the R1 component, you can see that within the limits of the vertical curve that I'm going to define, which I'll indicate by sketching a circle here with a 50-foot radius, there are no grade breaks within the limits of that vertical curve. So I'll go to ASC Design, Alignment Features, and define a vertical curve on the R1 component. And I'll select my grade break at the PVI and use 100 feet as the length. Click OK. And now I'll export the data for the current alignment. Go into the profile and generate the profile. Now we've got our vertical curve in. Now, one thing that's important to note here is that in the design drawing, the design markers at the tangent points of the intersection will not update, and the reason is because a lot of times those may be linked to something else. So even though these design markers do not show the vertical curve elevation, everything else does. The road model, the paving labels, if you were to list the road data on the R1 component, where you've got a vertical curve going through an intersection, you will get the correct elevations, 7626, 7526. Same thing applies in the profile. All of the calculations are performed using the vertical curve data. The only exception is that the design markers at those curb return tangent points will not show the vertical curve elevation. However, everything else reflects that vertical curve data.